Alright, I wanted to do a video showing the W4CMB fusion repeater and how to access it. So first you'll program W4CMB. At this time it is set up with a transmit and receive group number of 0101 on both sides. So once you have that configured, you press the X button. It's going to send out the code to the repeater. It'll answer us back, and it says that we're connected. We're currently connected to the Southeast link. It does W4CMB repeater 1. It does denote Commerce. I have a Commerce address, but the repeater is located in Livonia. So what we can do, we can press the search and direct button. You can direct ID there if you know the actual fusion group that you want to go to. Or you can hit the all button, and that's going to poll the repeater for a list of all the active groups, and they will be sequential in the number of folks that are hooked up to it. So as you can see, you can scroll down and see how many folks are in each room and who all's linked up. Okay. You can also select the repeater. By clicking the repeater, it's going to pull up the repeater there, and you see the end button up there that denotes the news that can be stored on the repeater. So we'll press the repeater again. It's going to connect, and it's going to say emergency news station or international news. The international news can be left from anyone, the way I understand, but the news station is local news only. So we can upload traffic to the repeater, or we can download. So we're going to download. And it shows here that we have voice, message, and pick. So let's go to message. It shows all the messages here that I have preset to the repeater. Let's pull them up, and this is pulling this data off the repeater, and it tells you to go to the website there to find more information. You can go back and select another. It gives you the repeater and where it's located at and details on the repeater. You can go here to voice and actually view the voice messages if there's any there, or you can leave a voice message. There's none there at this time. Or you can go to pick. And these are all pictures that are stored on the repeater with the dates. I have some of these stored on here. They're the repeater footprint and other repeaters. So let's pull one. We want to download it. It's going to take a minute to download. And this is all via RF that we're receiving this image to this handy talkie. I'm about 10 to 11 miles away from the repeater site, and the control radio that's hooked to the internet is actually about halfway between my current location and the repeater site. It's about 8 miles from the repeater site. And it does take a minute. It is downloading a full image through the RF. And once it's completed, it will pop up, and it should have some text over the image. We can scroll through that text and make it go away, and it will only show the image at that point. There is a file size restraint on this. If you have the lapel mic that has the camera built into it, it does that for you. The file size really only applies to me on my end when I'm setting stuff from the computer to the repeater network. It does take some time to download a large image, relatively large image for something like this. And there you have it. I don't know if you can tell, there's some text there on top of the image. And then if you click on that, the image goes away, And the camera doesn't really show, but it's actually showing the 4 repeaters that I have here in this county. Let's see here. It's not wanting to focus. There we go. It shows the 3 over in Livonia and the 1 in Carnesville. So that's on the repeater there. You hit the back button, and then you can select the others. The other ones show a footprint of this repeater, where to kind of generally expect to get signal from, and you can back out. And that's the download side. Now let's go to the upload side. Go to upload. So we want to upload a voice. Select voice, and then you hit the PTT, and you will talk into it like you're talking on the radio. It says W4 CMB doing a test. It will say upload, and you will unchunk it, and it stays on the repeater. Okay, so we can go back. Let's hear our message. Go to voice. Let's see if it queries the message we just left. There's the message we just left.
It says W4 CMB doing a test. It'll say upload.
As you can tell, that's the message I just left, which is pretty neat. If you've got a large number of friends that are on the same repeater, you can use that to leave a message for one another if they're not around. The emergency button can be used to leave emergency traffic on there. When emergency traffic is left on there, on my end, on the repeater owner's end, I can actually see what that is, and it's flagged in red as urgent. And to get out of this, we keep hitting the back button again, and hit the X button. There we go. You hold the X button down to clear it out. So there you have it. There's how to access the W4 CMB digital repeater system here in Franklin County, Georgia.